If you're a person of color looking for a new sunscreen to try, stay tuned. Hey everyone, welcome back. I have written and spoken about my struggle with finding appropriate sunscreens here in the United States, considering how difficult it is to get new sunscreen ingredients approved in the United States because the FDA, because sunscreens are actually considered to be drugs, so they're regulated by the FDA as opposed to other countries where they're not considered drugs, and so you have a much wider variety of options and ingredients to choose from. And of course, the other thing with sunscreens is that, especially on my skin tone, a lot of them leave an ashy cast, whether they are mineral sunscreens or chemical sunscreens. And the third thing that I have an issue with is that I'm allergic to a lot of the different sunscreens, even mineral sunscreens. Mineral sunscreens, of course, leave me itchy and I get contact dermatitis, etc. So I have very, very few options when it comes to picking a sunscreen, but I think I've actually found a sunscreen that I can use on a regular basis. And I'm going to be doing a review on the Glossier Invisible Shield Daily Sunscreen Broad SPF 35. It looks like this. It's from the brand Glossier, and they came out with this sunscreen a few months ago, and it really had a lot of buzz about it. And one of the things that they claimed is that it is invisible on the skin, and so it's suitable for all skin tones. So I'm going to put that, I've been putting that to the test, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. So according to Glossier, they say that this is a clear water gel formula, which is true, and the active ingredients are contained in microcapsules, which mean they're contained in small tiny capsules, and then when you rub it on your skin, those capsules break and release the active ingredients. And it says it's absorbed instantly into the skin with no greasy residue or white cast on the skin. It prevents sun damage and skin cancer, but also works to neutralize free radicals and keeps pollutant junk out from being on your skin. And of course, they claim this is a broad spectrum SPF, which means it protects both against UVA and UVB rays, which contribute both to skin cancers as well as aging and other types of photo damage that you will get on your skin if you don't protect your skin. Of course, it goes without saying, you should be wearing sunscreen every day. It is the one thing that you can do on your skin that will help to protect you from the damaging effects of the UVA and UVB radiation. Especially if you're using retinols, and alpha hydroxy acids, you have to be using sunscreens. So my task for the next few months into the next year is to find sunscreens that I can use. They have to pass the test of not being ashy, they have to pass the test of me not being allergic to it, and has to pass the test that it protects against both UVA and UVB radiation effectively. So Glossier came on the scene and I was very excited to try it, and I've been putting this to the test for about a month and a half at this point, and I have found another sunscreen that I can use, and I would recommend people trying this sunscreen. I'm going to give you the pros and cons of this sunscreen, of course. So the first thing, it comes with a Airless Pump. Now this is very good in terms of keeping the integrity of the ingredients for the duration of the use of the product. So what you find that because you're not getting the rest of the product on your skin when you're not using it, you are not getting air into it, it comes in a opaque container, the integrity of the ingredients is maintained, which is a good thing. That is kind of what you want, so you can be more comfortable using this product down to the very last drop, right? The other thing that is really good with this particular product is the formula itself. and both in terms of the texture of the formula and what the formula contains. I have done another sunscreen review. I'm going to put that link up here in the description bar, and of course it's going to be below as well. And my one issue with that particular product is that it was it was overly hydrating, so it sometimes would leave my skin looking a little bit oily. And I'm not opposed to that, but for other people that is going to be a problem, especially if you have oily skin. I have very dry skin, but this actually dries down to a satin finish, and it dries almost immediately, so I don't have to worry about if I want to put something else over the sunscreen that is going to dilute the sunscreen too much or anything like that. This dries to a almost matte finish, which is great because I can pile on all of my hydrating treatments beforehand, get all of my essences and all the other things that I put on my skin, including a moisturizer, and then I can put this on top, and it is moisturizing enough so it doesn't make my skin feel dry, and it dries down to a matte finish, so I don't have to worry about looking super oily because of my sunscreen. So that is a great thing that I love about it. It also has a very fresh scent. It kind of reminds me of lemon bars, and that is because it does have some orange peel oil in it, which I like the scent, but orange peel oil might irritate some skin. So just as a a note of caution, if you have sensitivities to citrus oils, this contains a citrus oil and it may irritate you. The next thing, it also contains their main UV, the active ingredients in this particular product are avobenzone, homosalicylate, and octisalicylate. And those are three very well known UVA and UVB filters that appear in this sunscreen. I don't have a problem with using chemical sunscreens, and this combination has not caused me to get any adverse reactions. So I've been using this for more than a month now, and I haven't had any itching of the skin, I haven't had any rashes on the skin, I haven't had any burning, I haven't had any irritation. I'm so happy to have found another sunscreen that I can use, that I can easily get whenever I need it. It also contains other antioxidants which help protect the skin, in terms of it helps cut down on the effect of free radicals, which basically occur as one of the effects of UV radiation on the skin. So once it helps cutting down on free radicals, that in itself helps you in fighting off the effects of the negative effects of UV radiation with respect to aging. So it helps you keep your skin looking young and fresh. So I definitely like that. The texture is very smooth. It goes onto the skin very smoothly. It melts in instantly, and it feels great on the skin. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. Comes in this pump. I like the scent. The scent is not too intense, but it's definitely there. So this is what it looks like when it comes out. It's a very watery texture, and it's a gel texture. So this is great for people who have both, who are either oily, combination, or dry, because the gel texture is great for people who have oily areas on their skin, and the wateriness of this product makes it great for people who have dry skin. And I'm just going to rub that in, and with just a few rubs it completely disappears on my skin. This is ideal for people who have very dark skin, or anybody who gets that white ashy cast with a lot of sunscreens. Look at that. And it feels silky once it dries down to that kind of satin semi-matte finish. Fantastic. I love that. So I have finally found a sunscreen that I can use, and I've been loving using this. Now to the cons. I have two major issues with this particular product that may not be an issue for other people. First thing is the price. it is $35 US or $34. Let me just double check. $34 US for this particular product, which can be outside of the price range for a lot of people. But in addition to the price, I think what makes it a con for me is the quantity. You're only getting 1 fluid ounce. 1 fluid ounce for $35. That means you're going to have to replace this very, very regularly. I mean, you should be replacing your sunscreen regularly, and I don't know if that was very that was a specific goal of Glossier, so that you can always be guaranteed of getting a fresh product because you have to buy the product so often. But I would have liked to see a little bit more product in this for $35, and considering how good the product is, I can see this being a barrier for some people. I've been using it for a month and a half now, and I also can't tell when this is going to be done. So one day I'm going to pump this and it's going to be done. So I think that those are, to me, the drawbacks of it. Some people really love this product. I love this product. I'm probably going to continue buying it, but just as a note, you're not getting a lot of product for this, and it's going to be fairly expensive. I wish Glossier would come up with a larger size, at least to justify the price. But this is such a good product that I would hate for people to not use it because of the cost factor involved. And I could see, and the other thing I think that is that can be problematic with this is that people who don't really use sunscreens a lot, and they know that they should be using sunscreens a lot, may find themselves not buying it because of the price. And I think that defeats the purpose of trying to encourage people into using sunscreens every single day. I know I am trying to protect my skin. I have hyperpigmentation that I have to keep at bay, and I'm trying to stay as young as possible for as long as possible. So I will always use a sunscreen. Not using a sunscreen is not in my vocabulary. But for people who are kind of on the fence, who know that they should be using this product, that to me is the barrier. But everything else about this product is a plus for me. It's SPF 35, so it gives me a high enough coverage. Dermatologists usually recommend using at least an SPF of 30 every day. And something else that I forgot to mention, because of the formula, I find this is very easy to reapply over makeup. So one of the things that you have to remember, that this needs to be reapplied every 2 hours or more often if you've sweated a lot. So if you're at work and you're not doing anything much, but you know, sit down at your desk or whatever, every 2 hours is sufficient. But once you go outside, you sweat a little bit, you need to reapply this more often than that. So I think that this formula is very conducive for reapplying this very often during the day without messing up what you have on top of your skin, especially if you wear foundation and concealer on your skin. And I think because it dries down so matte, so I just put that on my hand, and you see no shine at all. That makes it really good for reapplication. So definitely check this sunscreen out. I highly recommend it. I'll have more pictures and details about this product below in the description bar. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure to subscribe to this channel and take a look at the other videos that I have made, and don't forget to also hit that notifications bell so you never miss another video, and also subscribe to my email newsletter where I'll have more pictures and you'll see all the other things that kind of inspire me and that I love writing about, whether it's beauty, whether it's color cosmetics, hair care and skincare. I hope you enjoyed this. All links will be down below in the description bar, and I'll see you laters.